Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is doing okay. So, market has just opened. It's bouncing around a bit. So, it's a little bit sideways here, but there also may be a little bit of a channel moving up. But the fact we didn't quite get to the top, I'm unsure. So, I've taken the colour out of it currently. We'll just keep things how they are for now. So, maybe a bit of sideways, maybe a bit of a channel up. It's hard to say at the moment. So, in fact, that actually may be a little better. Or is it? Unsure at the moment. I'm going to get rid of that because I think it's probably going to not do me any favours. It's more sideways at the moment. Let me just double check everything's open. I'm pretty
Order
sure it
submitted.
is. That was opening fine.
Order cancelled. Order submitted.
That one's opening fine as well.
Order cancelled.
Okay, so 2 legs down here, testing this area down here. Let's see what happens. It's 2 legs. If we get a bull bar, possibly a higher low. We had 3 bounces here. There are buyers just below here, 169 contracts, just a fraction below here. So let's see if this produces a move up. 170 contracts at 630 there. So let's see if this triggers and comes down. Doesn't look like it's going to, does it? So we got a bit of a micro there with a break at a new low. There's no way in there, to be honest with you, even if you wanted to take that. The higher low, I think, is a safer option. So there are also some buyers a little bit lower at 25 as well. So I'm guessing this move up and a little bit of sideways, maybe traders trying to pick a failed breakout for a second move up. Who knows? We've come down quite a bit on this NQ. I've got to say, if you can get orders on this NQ, things do seem to move a lot more distance on this. I certainly think if you could swing trade this for a lot more profit. Anyway, we'll see. So there is a higher low there, but I'm sitting tight at the moment because there are 170 contracts right there, and that could mean a little bit of a sweep here before it pushes up. That's if it does, of course. Also, there may be a slightly larger channel, which means break and a new low. So that's a possibility as well. Doesn't look too bad, actually. So we did pick up these orders, so they're gone now. There are some more down there, just in case this thing comes a bit lower. So, yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve for me yesterday, moving on to less risk. I took another trade later on in the day. I ended up about 47, 46, 40, between $45 and $47 down per account, which is no worries really. Okay, so we've got a break and a new low. Just sitting tight here at the moment because there are orders down here. In fact, there's orders here, orders at 20 and orders at 15 as well. So whether this is going to pull price down and test the overnight lows. We've already broken yesterday's lows with this big move down. That was a fair old slash. That thing just dropped like a stone, didn't it? Quite quickly. You don't usually get that sort of move overnight. What do we have? 60 points straight down. So channel, a couple of pushes down. Trouble is this could turn into a bigger move down. So ideally, you want to be trapping shorts and get a nice higher low if you take this as a failure, certainly from my point of view. So those orders are gone now. There are more down here, quite a few more. So this may, how does it work as a wiser channel? It actually fits okay. So there may be a slightly wider channel down, or it could just be two legs. It's hard to say. I tend to kill the colour if I'm unsure. Most others I'm looking at has got a wider channel. He has. So let's see. So there are plenty of orders down here. Now there are sellers at 30, which is there, which may mean pushback. Sellers come back in and it drops again. But after these sellers, there's loads of orders down here, so it would make sense to test this area. So I just need to be a little bit more sensible than yesterday. I got a little bit too careless yesterday. It's swapping over to that. Okay, wouldn't do nothing here. I want a second leg up here. Whether we get it or not, I don't know. But it's just adapting to less risk. Less risk makes you kind of going a little bit too over keen. I think there was a couple of good setups, I think, yesterday. Also some riskier ones as well. But I mean, I'm down $48 from yesterday, so it's neither in nor there really. So it's just a matter of adapting really. So there were sellers there. They've just been taken now. I'd like this to push up a little bit higher. Although it has taken those orders. There is a second entry short there. Is that a bad trade? Not terrible, but I'm sitting tight here just a minute. I would prefer it to test this. There are still some orders slightly up here. That would have caught a few traders out. I don't doubt it. A couple of people mention a second entry, but it's not. Obviously, there's some support and resistance there, so I prefer that to push up a bit. It did, and then kind of came down. So it's unfortunate that it is a second entry short. You are trapping some longs, but it pushed up a tick or two higher and then came down. It's frustrating, that is, when it does that. But I've seen this scenario before. That for me needed to go up just a little bit higher. It was a bit premature. I bet there'll have been some traders got caught out there. And it is frustrating when it comes down. That's a bit of a pain in the arse. So I was also keeping an eye on here. There's the second entry. That was the signal bar was poor. Then we just came down. So it's one of those scenarios that we got a fair idea it's coming down, but what can you do? Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Dan just mentioned that it's not really rejection. It's not really. Just pushes up and it just withers down, really. Okay, I got caught out in something yesterday like this, 2 legs up after a break and a new low, so I'm being a little bit cautious here. Now, we've had this big leg down, so we could get another second leg, but it doesn't necessarily mean it'll start from here, so I'm sitting tight here. The trouble is, sometimes these just work and then it turns into, but I don't think you could consider this a wider channel down. Consider how steep that was. This is just too weak, I think. It's ironic. You do nothing there, the thing comes down. You jump into it because we've already had a break and it'll push up and trap you, which is weird. There may be a higher low there trapping some shorts. See how it finishes. It's not finished too bad. I was very tempted then, and it did work. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's very tempted there. I nearly jumped in here, but I did that a little bit yesterday. It's not obvious what's going here at the moment. Yes, we've had a break and a new low and maybe a retest, but this could still come down. It could test this area and come down. So it's not obvious. So I was a little bit more cautious there, and rightly so, because we've had some rejection there, so this may come down. There is a second entry short here on the NQ, but same again, I'm not 100% sure what's happening here. It may just be a push up, people take profits, a pull back, and buyers get back in. This could possibly be reversing. It's just not super clear at the moment. That would be a failure. It's already gone. Trouble is, how far is it going to go? I'm not super convinced this is going up. It's going up at the moment. Richard, how you doing, buddy? It may work, but I don't think it's going to go far. Yeah, it was a failure, but it hasn't. There's no room to the highs, and you don't know whether it's going to just do that. I mean, look at that straight away. Where's that going? Is it going to stop that out? You'd have thought so. Or is this a move up? It's not super clear. This is starting to get a little bit trappy. There is a bear bar there, but are we just testing this line? It's easy to go long there thinking we're going to push up there, but look how many times it's testing that underside of that channel, that range there. So you got to be a bit careful here. It may work or it may turn down. The lower high before the open. Got you. Okay, so it did work. It's what I will say is I like the way it's holding on that EMA, but we're struggling to get there. So do I really want to go long there? I mean, there was a bit of a wick there anyway. Now it does look like it's moving up, but the trouble is not going far before it comes back quite sharply. I'm going to draw that just like that, I think, for now. We've had a break and a new high somewhere along those lines. It may go there like that. And we've had 2 pushes to a new heights. Just not sure at the moment. Channel break, new high, come back down, higher low. It is looking like it may be moving up. There's a bull bar there, higher low, bear bar trapped. But there you go. So this is still in the early stages for me, so it's jumping in a bit premature, could catch you out. And then typically off it shoots, off it trots. Yeah, so if you'd have got in there, there's a potential. Trouble is, if you look there, that comes back very close to a stop to break even. It just missed it. It's frustrating, isn't it, when you see that? Yeah, we had a new low there. Yeah, there was a kind of that would have tempted a few traders. Maybe that was the smart trade to go along there. But it did come back a couple of times before it took off. Got a fair idea where it's going. Just going to remove this range. I don't think we need it really. It's doing what it did yesterday, big sweeps, which is pretty good if you get into runners or you hold. So bookmap, still orders down here. So whether we get a leg and a leg down to this area. It's a big black spot here where there's no orders, very little orders. So my guess is unless aggressive buyers come in, this is going to continue down. So channel there with a break. There is kind of a lower high there. Just not a fan of this. It's gone a bit too far. MC, how you doing, buddy? Good luck. Yeah, you too, mate. You too. It's a bit of a learning curve yesterday, moving on to a lot less risk, kind of 1/3 of the risk. So I could feel I was getting into trades a little bit easier. There was a couple of good ones. The triple test long on the NQ was nice. I took another one in the afternoon, which was really nice. Where was it? I can't remember where it was now. Might have been on here. It may have been that one. I can't remember what time I finished yesterday. Or was it late? I mean, that was lovely. No, I actually took that one, I think, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, it's, you know, moving on to a different size is always going to be a little bit different. Yeah, it's hard to get some real direction here. There does look like a channel up with a break, but this is dropped too far for me. There is a second entry short there. There's going to be bull bars here and here. So is that rejection? Let me just have a think about this channel. 2 attempts to go higher bear bar. If this yeah, it's not finished low enough. I'm going to say you got bulls here, bulls here.
Order cancelled.
See, most of your buyers are here and here. Sorry, most of your liquidity is here and here. There's not much up here. It just pushed up and then dropped. So there'll be liquidity below here and down here. So for me, this is more likely going to drop. You know, we know price moves towards liquidity. We did make an attempt to push higher. If we can get maybe a failure here, my guess is it's going to sweep down. Take it. That bull bar has been. See if we get a lower high. There's a bull bar there. Another one there. Down here. Down here. Second entry shorts. The bar's no good. Let's see if we get a lower high, because my guess is this is going to flush down. Leg and a leg, taking out all this liquidity. It's not going to pull back for us, is it? That one goes. Liquidity down here for sure. Picking this kind of reversal area, but look at it. It's frustrating when there's no way in. So that's gone, and these areas are gone. You can work out pretty much where it's going to go. 2 legs down, clearing liquidity. Look at that. Big flush down. Kind of knew it was going to happen. Trouble is, what can you do? So we've broken below there, I think. Or have we? Not quite. So bull bar here. Is this going to trigger and drop down? Well, it's triggered. Is this going to break below here? I'd have probably said so. Because if there's buyers here, their stops are probably going to come below this area. So for me, that is a target. And there we go. So you could, as I mentioned there, you get used to seeing it. You could see liquidity there, liquidity here and down here. So that was a perfect move down, really, to clear that liquidity. It's just unfortunate we didn't have a setup, because if you can get in here somewhere, there's 14 points straight down. That's a gold mine, that is, if you can catch this. I was looking for a second entry short, but it was naff. It was only a first entry on the NQ, and unfortunately it just dropped. I mean, if you're reading the charts right, there's no reason you can't maybe have a very small risk, you know, maybe drop a contract or two and just maybe get in here and hope you're right. It depends. You know, my read of the market is reasonably okay. And if you're reading it right, I mean, that's all part of trading. It's reading the markets and making a decision based on, you know, there's risk, everything you do. And obviously you've got to mitigate that risk by whether you believe it's a good enough setup. But if we get that flush down there, you know, there's 15 points there. So, you know, maybe if you're risking a few, you may deem it's worth it. But so we've had this move down. Yeah, it's still starting off a little bit like yesterday, isn't it? I don't know. How would you see that? Let's see if we can make this look like a channel that may have had a bit of an overshoot. It hasn't really, is it? Maybe it's just more in the way of two legs. Maybe it's more like that with a break, two pushes to a new high. I mean, more often than not, if that was a channel, we'd have a break and an attempt at a new high. That wasn't a very good attempt, was it? And then if you've got buyers here and buyers here, down it comes, takes them. When they're stacked nice and neatly with just a small gap between them, it often leads to that big move down, doesn't it? Because every bar, that gives a little bit push, then you hit that, and that gives a bit more push, and then you hit that, and before you know it, you're down and swept. So we did push down and hit those sellers there, buyers there. That they got absorbed. There's more buyers down there, and there's more buyers at 10. Now, overnight lows, which we broke yesterday's lows, so we've already been down here once before. And 600 as well there, which is below. So, is this going to continue down? Maybe so. Maybe there's something larger there. If we can get a second entry short, now support resistance wise, there's going to be some there, isn't there? So a couple of legs up to the EMA this area, second entry short might not be a bad option. So we're looking for buyers here, really. Ideally a bull bar followed by a nice higher low to trap buyers. Now, I do think prices kind of come down purely and simply because I can see a stack of passive orders below price. And they start from 15, which is below that bottom. So my guess is this is going to come down. Now, obviously, you can't just jump in randomly. You've still got to have a point of entry. That is no good. It may well work because there are buyers down here, but it's only really a first entry. Some may argue there's a hidden second entry there. Maybe there is, but I've been caught out in them before. But the trouble is, like, it's typical. You do nothing and down it comes. I mean, there is 2 legs up, isn't there? But I think the safer option there, I prefer that to push up a little bit more and see some rejection, or maybe catch a lower high, which we didn't get. Same again, it didn't even touch. I mean, you can argue that's a hidden second entry short, I suppose, but it didn't even touch that EMA. Trouble is, you don't know how bearish buyers are at the moment, how far this thing is likely to go down. You never quite know how aggressive sellers are going to be here, or whether it's going to trigger you and stop you out. It's just unfortunate. So we hit those buyers there. Now there are another strong bunch of buyers at 10. There's 270 contracts there. So my guess is this is likely going to come down. You may argue a lower high. I can't do nothing there. We've just hit the midline. This may backtrack up to here. So there's nothing for me. I'm not taking that. It's got quite a bit of extra risk, that has. So for me, that confirms the channel. We've turned right at the right area. Fits nice on the NQ touch. Nice few bars there, and it's bounced perfectly there. Would Mac mark that as a hidden second entry? Maybe. We'll never know. He doesn't work Fridays, does he? Or he doesn't put a video out Fridays. Okay, broke the lows again here. We're falling a little bit short here, but I don't think it'll be long. Flickering around here now. There was one of those setups that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Beautiful pullback. Perfect. Crossed over. A couple of ticks higher and dropped. I'm going to start to take those at some point. I see these all the time. Got a lovely, nice move down. Pullback. Crossed over. Ticked higher. Dropped. It happens a lot, that. Crypto, how you doing, buddy? Just had a great setup on ES. Visual second entry short 2 legs. You're looking at this one. Something like that, are you? 2 legs back. I looked at it. I waited for the lower high. I preferred it just a little bit higher. Does anybody else take these types of trades? I marked the chart the other day. Yeah. I thought you might be. I see these all the time. Bars moving down is print a little different. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Moving down a little bit like that. Nice bull bar there. Little pullback, crosses over, ticks higher and drops. So I would tend to go with that based on the ATR. I would drop down to the nearest round number. So I would go for 3 points there. So if you bought at the close of that bar, there's your risk. And there's your profit. You're out before the close of that bar. So it works really well, that does. I'm watching this more and more whenever we get this type of channel and we get a pullback that finishes close or at its high. If you just sell there at the close of it, more often than not, that drops. It'll usually tick higher and then drop. I'm seeing this all the time. You've got to be careful doing it close to the EMA, because when things go to the EMA, things can reset and do different things. Although we had a bear bar here and it did work, I wouldn't take it at the EMA. I much prefer it away from the EMA. Did we have any here? It's a little bit wide, this. You may argue that one. I'm guessing the ATR was a bit higher there. So there's your risk. There's your profit. So that one would have worked. That one would have done as well. Although this channel's a bit wide, I think. There's your there's your risk. There's your profit. You're out again. I prefer this type of channel. It's always where you get, what is it, between 3 and 8 bars in a row, I think, ChatGPT. We had it there, although I wouldn't consider that a strong pullback, but it did work nonetheless. That one there, pullback, crossed over straight down, so that one worked. 3 to 8 bars. There's only 2 bars there. I'm not a massive fan, although it did work. Nothing there. Anything here? Bear bar there. That worked. But once we get that bit of a negative bar, I would probably leave that, but it worked nonetheless. Let me see if I can find something that didn't work. That wasn't bearish. Not bullish enough. I'm not a fan of this at the moment. It's hard to know what's going on. You need a nice, straight, neat line, I think. Nothing there. Nothing there. It works. There's quite a lot of trades I counted. We're working down there. There's one there. I'm not sure whether I like the quick shift and then the slight slide, but that one did work. That one did. Bull bar, pullback, crossed over, came down. I prefer this type of channel, something a little bit tighter. But don't take it tight to the EMA. Same again. See, we come down here, we get a bull bar, crosses over, ticks higher, comes down. It's so accurate that, in fact, I don't think I've ever seen a strategy that simple. It doesn't really matter which direction you take it, up or down, it tends to work. It's just kind of a mini pullback within a little tight channel. Same again, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Classic one there. I think I marked that, didn't I? Classic one there. You jump in at the close of the bar. Pick up. There's the close of the bar. 3-point risk. 3-point profit, you're out. Same again, that one worked as well. 2 negative. It works really well. That one, not really bearish, and then we get the small move. Nothing there. It's really accurate, that is. And if you do it one to one, you really haven't got to have many. So there's our first leg. 600, we got buyers down here, right below there. It is coming down, but there's no entry there. We go up, we come down. Technically the second entry short, but the bar's naff. Then we just cross over and drop, unfortunately. See if we get a lower high here. I'd like the bar to break above there. Let me just get an order ready, just in case we get a break and then it drops. I want to see some rejection here. We're not getting it at the moment. Still got orders down here at 600. Yeah, 600. So I'd like to see 2 legs and then a drop. Okay, so if you take the intraday ones, the 50k intraday, they're 90% off and they're down to $19. They've continued it by the looks of things I checked on the site. So normally the 50k, I think it works out at 85% if you take the new end of day ones. So I've just continued with the the intraday trailing drawdown. So the intraday trailing drawdown is 90% off. And I think it changes then. I think it's 85 for the new end of day ones. 2 legs up. 2 attempts to push higher. That would be a second entry short. That wouldn't.
Order cancelled.
Second entry short. I'm waiting for the lower high here. It is 2 legs up, but I want a little bit more confirmation. We got a touch, a touch, a touch. So I'm happy with the channel. We're not getting back to the bottom here, so I would expect a break, which we did. We've already clearly broken the lows, pulled back and continued down again. So I like the fact that we got 2 attempts. I want to see a push below the EMA and then a lower high, which we're not getting. Possible failure, but we've already rejected here once and we're struggling again, so I don't want to take the short failure and go long either. Yeah, sorry, Eagles, you're a new face, I think, aren't you? I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome anyway, if you are. It's always nice to have some new faces. So yeah, possible failure, but look, it's struggling, isn't it? So I don't want to be going long into there, regardless of the fact that it did that. It is a failure, but you got no room to the highs, so it may just snap back. Now, that second leg up started a little bit later, so it makes sense it could go a touch higher and then reverse. So I'm waiting for a lower high here. I'm not taking that. It's above the EMA. Now, I'd love it. There's going to be bold stops there and down here, but it may bounce here and push up, so you may jump in short thinking, yes, we've got loads of stops down here, and it may do that. So for me, it's got to go below that EMA, really. So let's see if it does. Okay, so I'm looking for it to pull back. Sometimes it won't, but if it does, I will take a trade on either one. 2 attempts. Let's see what happens now. Bull stops there, bull stops there. We haven't broken above there. Thanks, mate. I appreciate your company. It's always nice to have some other people to trade with. It didn't trigger there, so I'm leaving this. It may catch you out that. It's probably going to go down, but unfortunately, I was tempted by that, but I've been caught out with them before. It triggers you, bounces on the EMA and pushes up. You think you're the smart one going short and stopping all these out, and it catches you out. And Thomas Wade, very helpful. Brilliant. Happy to help. Happy to help. Just whatever I do the complete opposite, and you won't go far wrong. It did what I thought it may, but you can get caught out in those. So unfortunately, some you lose, don't you? Some you miss. I think you're always best to leave them alone than just not quite get it right. If I needed that below the EMA, really, because we had a break and we had an attempt at a new low. Now, I'll always like it to have 2 attempts, which we have there. So 2 attempts. If we get a strong move above here, then I would think maybe this is a reversal pattern. It's just unfortunate, really. Whenever you see kind of a partial setup, it never quite follows through, which is a pain in the arse, really. It's like buying a McDonald's, and when you get home, you realise they've missed your fries. Does my head in, that does, because I'm not driving back to the drive-through. So yeah, it's a shame, really. The signs were right. 2 attempts to push hard. I just didn't get that strong move below that AME until there, and it was just too late then, unfortunately. So we got a break, 2 attempts to go lower. If we can get a higher low here, I would have a go at that, because this may look like a reversing pattern. Someone's looking for a lower high or a failed second entry long. I wouldn't be going short here at the moment, because we've had 2 failed attempts to break lower. Now, on the other hand, we could be ranging a bit. I'm not so sure, though. So there are still buyers down there, but we've made 2 attempts to get to them. So We've made 2 attempts to go lower. I want to see this reverse if it does. Doesn't look like it though. Someone took the lower high. There isn't one on my chart. This could pop up. We've made 2 attempts to go lower already, and that could send it off in that direction. There is a lower high there, and I'm not going short into that. We've already made 3 bounces. It may work. It did work. It's typical, isn't it? You do nothing and it works. You can get caught out in these. That's the unfortunate thing. There is a second entry short there, but you're going short into support. We've already bounced there twice. You may argue a little dull bottom, but we've had a break. We've made 1 bounce there and a second bounce there. So for me, going short into it is super risky. It's always the case. You do nothing, it makes you look like an idiot, and it just drops. But you've just got to, you've got to be aware of that. That's the Daryl. How you doing, buddy? I like your idea that we tend to not respect them when they're so cheap. You feel like you're only risking $20, I guess. If you think about it in life, if you're driving to a supermarket, what do you call them, malls or whatever in the US? If you're driving to park where other cars are in a supermarket, and you're driving $1,000 car, you're going to kind of park it anywhere. If you're driving a $150,000 car, chances are you're going to park it the furthest away from you certainly wouldn't park between 2 cars. So it's common sense as human beings. If something's cheap, we add less mental value to it. And that's the trouble. If you're only risking, like you say, $20 on an evaluation, $20 is about just 14 odd pounds in the UK. That's the price of 2 pints of beer. So if something goes wrong or it goes against you, the tendency is to take a risk, because the gain is it may make you $600, $800, $1,000, or even possibly pass the evaluation. On the negative side, you're losing $20. It's not a good way to look at it, but it's human nature, and that's the downside to kind of cheap evaluations. But people want cheap evaluations, so you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, aren't you? It's one of those things. Cheap aren't always better. But the trouble is, majority of us, certainly me, without prop firms, wouldn't have a hope in hell about earning money out of the markets. You need a fair old chunk of cash, really, to be able to, earn a crust out of it. I'm going back to work part-time, I am, because I'm just not taking trades. I didn't have a great year last year, but after expenses, I think I did about 42,000, which is, it's quite feeble in a way, but it's a wage. But this year, since November, started off absolute diabolical. I'm hardly earning. I'm hardly taking trades, so I'm going to go back to work possibly 2 to 3 days a week, weekends and maybe a Friday. I'm starting this Sunday. Just driving HGVs. The good thing is on a Sunday I can earn 20, 22, 23 pound an hour, which is $28. So even a few days a week you can earn a wage. I don't want to, but you got to do what you got to do, haven't you? I got bills to pay, so I don't like to see my savings drop too much. It's very easy to let them drop, and then you're at panic stations, aren't you? So leg down, nice little correction. Should have taken that, actually. In fact, that reminds me, there was a trade I took yesterday that did that. Was it that one there? No, it wasn't. Or was it on the NQ? We had... We had two really nice legs. I can't remember what it was now. Was it there? We had this move down, two legs up. I might have took that one. I can't remember now. I finished, didn't I? And then I made a cup of tea, had something to eat, and came back. In fact, there was a few trades there yesterday. We got a little move down there. Nice second entry short there. Worked beautifully. Something else I saw as well. There is a second entry long. Not a massive fan of it. There's a higher low, but we're above all this. But yeah, second entry short there. It's starting to flatten out a little bit. So maybe there, not terrible. But there are starting to get a few trades around, which is encouraging. Because since November for me, it's been awful. No more bricklaying. No more. No. I haven't touched a brick for a couple of years. I think I'd probably suffer, to be honest with you. The thing about HGV driving, I've got a class 1 license, which means I can drive Arctics. It's not hard work. I would do literally what they call trunking. So I would grab hold of a giant fridge filled with frozen or chilled whatever, and I would just drive it to a distribution centre, two legs up, and literally back onto a bay, jump in the back in the bed, watch a video, grab some food, and they'd unload me, and then you go back. So it's pretty easy work. And the good thing in the UK is a massive shortage of drivers. So I decided to go back part-time. I phoned a guy I knew, and he went, I can get you in well, he said, I can get you in tomorrow if you want. I like to have a day. So there's plenty of work. It's easy work. That's what you do. Drive Friday to Sunday. I'm a customer trading right now. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's easy work, isn't it? And you can pick your days, can't you? The good thing about weekends is you can earn a couple of pound extra an hour, and I find weekends boring sometimes. And like I say, I'd rather keep my days off to trading. So if I work 3 days, it just might mean I miss a day streaming or trading. We got two legs up. If we get a lower high, I'd have a go here. We've still got orders down here at, as long as they're below price at 90, they are. I'd want a lower high here, though. It is two legs up. We got a bear bar. Similar to commercial driving license in the UK. Yeah. It's easy work, to be honest with, isn't it? You got no one breathing down your neck. You can put your music on, can't you? These modern cabs have got everything, don't they? Air con, most of them, microwaves, fridges. So it's easy work. You're always in the warm in the winter, and not just that. We've got the warmer weather and bright nights coming now, so it's always easy to get out of bed early in the morning when the sun's shining. Channel down. Second entry short. I don't like what it did then, which is I stayed out, but a lower high I may have a go at. Having said that, on the NQ, we've had a break, two pushes up, and we've had two pushes to a new low. So this thing could reverse. So it's hard to know what to do here at the moment. A Belgian woman who drives HGVs. Live streams from a truck. Is there really? I know there is a few, and there's a couple of guys in the UK do it. But it's easy work, really. It's not, it's not physical or anything like that. In fact, the opposite. It's lack of physical. That's the downside to it. But I'd prefer to break above there. We didn't. You've still got to be a bit careful here. Yeah, I'm not the only one that's got a slightly larger channel down. In fact, someone's got that. I'm not sure. Good thing is there's plenty of work. So not only that, you can pick and choose your hours. They said to me, what hours do you want to work? I said, not before. See, I worked as a tanker driver for 11 years, and I started at 4 o'clock in the morning. And after you've been doing it for 11 years, I hated it, especially in the middle of winter. And because I used to drive and I was sat down most of the day, I opted to walk to work to get some exercise. And when you're leaving the house at 3:15 in the morning, freezing cold temperatures, to walk 2 miles, it's a ball ache. Still got to be a bit careful here. This thing could rocket up. So the good thing is now, with there being a shortage, I can tell them what hours I want and they'll find me. So I'm starting at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, so that's all right. It's about 13 miles up the road, so it's pretty quick. Good Wi-Fi hotspot coffee maker, yeah. I do like my coffee. So, yeah, so you got to be careful jumping in there. Oh, look at that. Right, so FOMO may grab you there, so I'm leaving this alone at the moment. Now, that all of a sudden gives you the impression it may come rushing down, but that's what can happen sometime. It triggers you, and then up we go. Sometimes it will mean it's coming down. Other times I've seen that happen, immediately trigger and push up. So, as unfortunate as it is, I'm just going to have to leave that. Not only that, a little taste of going back to work when I've had the easy life might kick my arse into gear and start to make better decisions as a trader. When you get a taste of the real world, when you've been trading full time for more or less a year and a half, I have, when you get a taste of the real world instead of the easy life, sometimes that gives you a kick up the arse and makes you make better decisions, you know. I had 20 accounts 3 weeks ago. Because it's been so flat, they've been struggling to grow. They have been growing, but slowly. So like a moron, I decided to sacrifice some and to try and grow them. Now, granted, I grew a couple, but it backfired on me. So I was so annoyed with myself. I can be an idiot sometimes. My wife said to me, she went, "Isn't it better to have kept your 20 accounts and to gone back to work part-time until things pick up?" My wife's always right. I should listen to her a bit more. It's hard to know what's going on here. Is this reversing? The thing is, it's hard to know. I mean, this thing could come down significantly more, but it could pop up. It's not. It's another one of those days that aren't super clear. I've seen a lot of traders, all different strategies struggle recently. PA has just been really tough. Do you know, I never really thought about it like that. If you look at the daily, you know, they say the market's fractal, and I've heard that expression a bunch of times, and I know what it means, but I couldn't quite get my head around how could it be. Now, when I look at the daily, and it's been doing this, so that, you know, they say the market's fractal, so what it does on a big scale, it works exactly the same as the smaller scale. The trades are still the same. And I'm thinking, well, how can it be? Because a move down like that, a move up like that would be massive on this. But even within the bars, they've still been doing a lot of chop. And I think that's what I kind of couldn't get my head around. I knew what it meant, fractal, but I didn't really kind of put two and two together and use my brain to work out that that's why we're getting the same. And if you zoom out, and I think we've had this conversation multiple times since mid-November for me, which is kind of, let's call it there for argument's sake. Where's November? There's November. So I say late November, which is about here. Another professional trader I chat to now and again, he said it's been more since October, but look at what price has been doing. And it goes to the show how choppy it is on the smaller chart. So it's why there's not as much setups. And I did the chat GBT thing and said, why has it been tough lately? And it asked me what my strategy was. And I said, two legs, second entries, lower highs, back at the EMA, and it gave me a load of spiel about how things react at the EMA are different from what they used to be based on what price has been doing. But at some point this will change. But I had a great year last year. I had a few hiccups, but I made money. Most days I came down to my wife and said, one trade, I've done one winner. But look how that's working up nice and smooth and nice. You still get your bearish days, but I was getting trades all the time. But as soon as this area hit, my money was just stopping coming in. And the negative side to that, straight away you're thinking, how hard is it going to get? Am I going to need to go back to work full time? And that adds more pressure to earn. And that's when I started making stupid decisions on my 20 accounts and trying to cheekily grow them and risk them a little bit stupidly. I should have known better, but sometimes when you get a little bit stressed, that can happen. But it won't continue doing this forever, so it will pick up eventually. But everyone I've spoken to trades has said it's been difficult lately, and when you think about it like that, it makes perfect sense. In fact, let me just find the, just looking for a possible triple test here, but we have had 2 attempts to go lower and a possible retest, so this could push higher. Having said that, I can see sellers there and buyers down here, which tells me it may sell off here, so it may continue to range. Let me just look at the post I put on the Facebook group a while back. Okay, I found it. That was lucky. Okay. So the post I put down, in my opinion, over the last few months, good setups have reduced dramatically. I can't tell you how many traders I've talked to on my stream, and others have said the same thing. I've spent some time on ChatGPT this evening. I mentioned the chart I use and a rough description of how I trade. It gave me a ton of information. So what it basically said, this was from ChatGPT. Why it feels hard right now. Since late November, ES has had stretches of overlapping daily candles, which we've just seen, compressed ranges, failed breakouts, fast reversal intraday, no sustained directional legs. That environment destroys two-legged pullback traders, that's us, EMA continuation traders, that's us, breakout traders, failed breakouts of ranges, that's us, and rewards mean reversion traders, blah, 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 blah. When the daily goes sideways, 2,000 ticks becomes micro fake trends, EMA flattening, pullbacks that don't follow through. So we get 2 legs up, we don't get a decent setup. And breakdowns that snap back. So we are suffering from all this. Your edge hasn't disappeared, you just get fewer A+ opportunities. So when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it makes perfect sense. And that's why it's been tough. So rather than conserve my energy in my 20 accounts, I decided to take a tactical risk, which kicked me up the backside rather swiftly. So I've been trading for a little over 5 years, and I've not experienced daily candles going like that for this period of time. And it's just worried me a little bit. But you know, you have, every time you go through a new period for some kind of a reason, you've got to understand it, understand to work with it and know what to do. I think, was it someone said yesterday, was it you, Crypto, you took a bit of time off? That sounds like the sensible move to me. Maybe I should have listened. But you know, you kind of learn, don't you? You have to learn. Everything that happens that's a new experience, you learn from. I saw a huge number of great setups yesterday. Absolutely. I did mention yesterday looked much better. Now, if you think about it, whether this makes a difference, but if you look at the moment, we've where's that gone? We've come out of this sideways stuff a little bit, haven't we? Chop, chop, chop. We're actually trending down a little bit, certainly over the last maybe a couple of weeks. Obviously, I'm assuming a lot of this stuff in the Middle East is possibly adding a little bit of negativity. Now, uncertainty in sideways doesn't give you much. Maybe negativity does. If it's positive, it's moving up. If it's negative, it's moving down. So maybe as long as it's trending up or trending down, maybe that gives us better options. So Kurt, maybe that makes sense, bud. But obviously trading is not one of those jobs you can pick up overnight. It can take you a lot of years to become really resilient and experienced at every kind of scenario. But I do find, every day's a school day. You're kind of always learning and slipping up here and there. But the damage I do to myself financially in my accounts aren't as bad as they used to. So I deem by that I am at least heading in the right direction. My guess is this might break out. We've had a channel down here. We've made a couple of attempts to go lower. There's bound to be shorts traps. So my guess is this may have a shove up. There is a triple test, but there's a bit of a channel going on here. Oh, there you go. So it does look like it's working here, but we've had 2 legs, an attempt at a new low, a couple of legs up, and another attempt at a new low, which we couldn't kind of follow through. So maybe then buyers have thought, okay, maybe now's the time to buy. So we have got a little channel working up with a break and a new high. So now it's cleared any possible liquidity here. Is it going to come down, or is it going to continue up? So Bookmap, we've still got large orders down there, just under 200 contracts. So it may still come down. There are sellers at 10. So if it does push up, there are traders wanting to sell at this area. Now, this area would kind of make sense. That would make sense to me. You can see the overnight lows there, and we've reacted to this area a bunch of times. So that is at 8.5. Well, it's funny, between 7.5 and 10, that's where there are orders. So that this area for possible sellers would make sense. Nutty went to micros. Nutty went to micros. Many have less of a threat, I suppose. Well, Nutty's blown all his accounts, I think, all his Apex accounts. I noticed he put a video up earlier. I did send him a message, actually, telling him chin up. I think he's lost just under $5,000 in each of them. I don't like to see any. I don't like that to see any trader go through that, but especially not Nutty. He's a nice bloke, but I think he's, well, I'm not even going to pretend to know how he's feeling. We've all been there, haven't we? It's not nice. So he's just got a mental battering, but he'll bounce back. He's got a lot of character. And he's always smiling as well, isn't he? He has his down days, but he's always smiling, so he'll be okay. He'll bounce back. Trouble is, once things go wrong, it's very easy to fall into that trap and spiral, isn't it? I've not done anything as devastating. I've tactically been an idiot by losing a few at a time. If I don't know whether that's any better or not. But I don't panic as much as I used to, which I like to think is a positive. Whether it will never happen again, I don't know. But I don't flap anymore, as in, panic spaz out like panic out. So this is an area where price has reacted to the overnight low. So my guess is there's probably going to be some profit taking there. So whether that'll lead to a pullback or a break, or whether it'll just rocket up through it. Who knows? But in all fairness, he's actually done really well. Nutty has. He had a great year last year. Wiped the floor with what I did compared, to be honest with you. I know he'll do probably 10 times what I do with affiliates, so he'll certainly have that financial input to be able to grow a bit quicker. But, you know, just because you're earning more money and buying more accounts doesn't mean, you know, when you blow them, you're going to blow a lot more. So you've still got the same challenges. Unfortunately, he's made a 20-minute video and not realised there's no sound. But you can only look at his face and realise what he's saying. He doesn't need sound, that video, unfortunately. I was battling finish line phrase, super close to payouts. Yeah, here's a story for you. So one of my accounts is at $5,000, just under $5,400. So I could have took a payment yesterday, and that was the plan. Now I had a is it MEA rule break about 2 weeks ago. Now if I open up my accounts and go, in fact I'll show you. No, it isn't really. If I open up my account and go to payouts, all the areas are green, which says I can take a payout. But with the MAE rule, you're limited to funds you've made after that day. So with me, it's only about $1,200. But it does say you can't take a partial payment, so I can't take that $1,200. You have to take the full amount, which for that size account is $2,000. So it's my own fault. But, you know, although these MEA rules or whatever they are a pain in the arse, they do help you not to do stupid things. So it just means I've got to make another $800 in that account before I get a payment, which will put the account to, I don't know, over $6,000. So it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. But they don't do the MEE rule now in the new accounts. They just have a dead stop. So if you lose, I think 50% of your account, the account liquidates, automatically closes, and you can't trade till tomorrow. I think that's a better option, to be fair. So, but you know, we all learn, don't we? I can't tell you how many times I've been close to payout in the past, and I've tried to just get a bit lucky, just to squeeze it and just to get the payment a bit earlier, and it's backfired and I've blown the account. It's not a nice feeling, so I tend to just try and, well, treat every trade like it should be treated, really. I still do stupid things from time to time, but it does happen a little bit less. Okay, so maybe there's a small break there and a new high. It's hard to say, really. A lot of these channels, sometimes you got to be super precise. Okay, so there's me messing around. There's likely anyway a break, whether there's a break here or here, but if you keep it tight, it's surprising how accurate these sometimes need to be to show the slightest break. So maybe there's a break there or there. There certainly is there, followed by a new high. Friday, isn't it? Is it Friday? Oh, yes. You know what Friday means, don't you? Single malt day. Mind you, I had one yesterday. Is there a high or low here? I'm avoiding this at the moment. I don't want to be going long just yet. Fridays and Mondays are super dangerous for me, but I'm getting there. Yeah. So there is a higher low there, but the trouble is it's a little bit up and down here. And sometimes when it is doing this, the worst place to trade is in the middle. It can get caught out. See, that could go up and it may work, or it could come down, stop out that and have a second leg down. But as we had 2 legs up and we came down, and we've tested this multiple times, which tells me maybe it's more likely to go up. But it's hard to say at the moment. It's going a little bit sideways in it. It's right in the middle, so that can be a little bit dangerous. Maybe there's a failure there and it's going to go up, but same-o, same-o. I don't really want to go short or long here. Excuse me, just for 1 minute. Okay. You may argue that's a triple test move down, 3 attempts to go high. It might not be terrible, but trouble is it is stacked up and it's right in the middle of this, so you could get stung there. So what I will say is there's orders at 92. Down here there are buyers, but it may start to get a bit trappy there. So I'll just pour myself a quick single malt. So happy Friday. Mario, how you doing, my friend? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. No connection. Are you kidding? You've been through all the usual shutdown, restart. Is it internet or you just can't get into Ninja Trader? Good. I'm good, mate. I'm all right, actually. Can you just not get into Ninja Trader? I had a problem with that a couple of weeks ago for some reason. I don't know what it was. Oh, it's the internet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that, really, is there? Ninja. Okay, just watch me make a fool of myself, mate, and you'll get some entertain. Too many issues can't do. No, I know what you mean. So yeah, you may argue there's a triple test. It may work, possibly. They're going to be bulls here and bulls here. You may argue a leg down, but because it's sideways and it's in the middle of this, it does make it a little bit more dangerous. So I think it's best to stay out of that. I mean, look, at the moment it's triggered it and now it's getting a bit sideways, so it may just decide to pop up. Now, whether it goes up or not, but when it starts to pull back there and you're in there, especially for fair size bar, your nerves will be going. So what is it? 1.25. So 3.25 for, it's 5 points, that is. Right. Tick above. Yeah, it is. Tick above, tick below. 5.5 point risk. And then look at that. Look, tick away, bum. There you go. It's very tempting to go triple test. Granted, it kind of is. We got a leg down here with a triple test, but because it's sideways, that makes it way more risky, and it gets it gets quite trappy. When it's sideways, it'll go down, up, down, up, down, up. And if you get in on the down, usually it follows it by an up. So it's frustrating to see that, but it kind of works that way. So if it ever is like this, I mean, that's quite clearly congested, and it's in the middle, so it's just, you're best off just leaving it. And then it'll rock it down. It kind of stops you out and then rubs your nose in it. Ben, you were going to show me something yesterday, weren't you? I forgot about it. Let me have a look. Yeah. He's a trading. Yeah, I watch his videos, actually. He's really knowledgeable, isn't he? In fact, I watched a bit of his interview with Daryl Martin. And then all the rules got changed, so it was kind of useless, wasn't it? But yeah, I took his advice when I built my own computer. He does give us some. It's useful to have a computer expert and a trader because he knows exactly. Did you see Mac's review? Yeah, I did. Yeah. There was something I looked at that didn't. What was it I looked at that didn't even trigger or something? He does seem to just mark more and more desperate kind of looking trades, doesn't he? Let's have a look. The strange thing is, I do find him a pain in the arse, but he is a nice guy. He is a nice guy, Mac is. So I wouldn't say anything nasty about him. I don't agree with a lot of things that he marks and stuff, but I don't know. Did you see 20 trades there yesterday? I don't know. You took 10 yesterday. That doesn't surprise me, bud. Just saying. Yes, I'd forgotten about it, to be fair, mate, but then I noticed that other thing you post, mate. This here, what is that exactly? What does that mean? I don't know what it is. Top 0.1% of viewers. You watched 96 of their videos last year. That's dedication. I don't know what that means, mate. I've seen that before a couple of times. Someone else has posted it. Yeah, I will say that one there was a nice setup. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. A lot of this stuff is... the ironic thing is, let me just cut other sounds. Is a lot of these, you see all the aggressive ones. Have you ever noticed all these aggressive ones in marks works? It's just, I mean, for instance, that one there, I don't know. I wouldn't take a lot of these. They're a bit odd. But having said that, Mac does go for 1 point. So maybe it makes a difference. It was the YouTube wrapped like statistics of the channel you've watched on YouTube. I'm in your top 1% of views. Ah, brilliant. Lucky me. Lucky me. See, I don't consider you guys as viewers. I consider you guys as work colleagues. because we kind of spend 3 hours a day together. I think I spend more times with you guys than I do with my wife, I think. Which is a lot less nagging, in all fairness. But yeah. You're too kind. I am kind, aren't I? No, but yeah, the thing is, we spend the day together, really, don't we? Or at least 3 hours. We kind of share the misery. That's how I look at it. But we are work colleagues. We spend the day together, really. We spend our training day together. And I got to say, it is nicer to have people to chat with rather than being stuck on your own, because trading at times can be really stressful and miserable. So it's nice to have other traders to kind of bounce off and, get some ideas and just basically get rid of your stress by talking about stuff. Thank you, mate. That's kind of you to say so. But we spend 3 hours a day together, or the best part of 3 hours a day, slogging away, trying to make a living, don't we? So, if I help you guys, I think the good thing is for you can see what I've got and listen to what I'm talking about, and you can put that information together with what you think, and hopefully we all make better decisions together. It doesn't always work, does it? Certainly some of my decisions, but it's nicer trading is a lonely business. And if, you're struggling financially or trying to make things work, that lonely can be kind of multiplied, can't it? So this, for me, with the alcohol and the talking, it's like it's almost like therapy. But we're all trying to get there, aren't we? Some of us have been doing it a bit longer. Some of them have been doing it less longer. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. It does help me talking about what I'm seeing. I've always been kind of an audio type of guy. I don't like to read books. I listen to audiobooks. I always think out aloud. Sometimes I'll be walking down the street and I'll be talking to myself, chuntering away, but I'm talking through a scenario or a conversation, and sometimes you get people jogging past with a smile on their face thinking, here's another nutter here. But for me, if I talk about, like a pilot talks about what he's seeing, that's probably something to do with the red box, the whatever it is. But I find if I talk what I'm seeing, it helps me listen to it. It's just kind of the weird way my brain works. Good to see more traders realising that first yes contract really is too much. Black Bay Trading, how you doing, buddy? Long time no speak to. I'm glad you're still around, and I will say, and I've told you this before, I don't think I've met a trader or a streamer that has spent as many hours in a day learning to trade as you have. I think sometimes I finish after 3 hours, and you be still cracking on 6 hours later. That's dedication, mate. That is. It's a tough business, isn't it? Takes a long time, doesn't it? It's a lot of mental torture. It's weird. We all know what we should do. Sit here patiently when we see a trade, take it. If it wins, happy days. If it doesn't, we try and learn from it and move on. But it seems too simple, doesn't it? Life just kind of doesn't work that way, and I don't kind of know why. But that's what happens when you add human beings and emotions in the mix. It just tends to kind of throw a spanner in the works, doesn't it? For want of an expression. But yeah, I agree. I've always had this idea that, if you think back, going back 7 or 8 months ago, I traded 2 contracts. You get a 4 or 5 point bar, that could chuck away a quarter of your pot. But I've found, and I've only been trading micros for a couple of days. Yesterday when I came back, I got a little bit too carried away, and I took about 5 trades, I think, which is more trades than I take in a fortnight, I think, usually. And I ended up $46 down on my accounts, which is okay. But it's hard to think clearly, especially when you've got to try and make money when you're trading 1 or 2 minis. It is a lot. But having said that, yesterday I took a triple test long. I can't remember when it was now. I think I was on the 1500 tick chart. It might have been here. I took a triple test long and then just from 2 micros ended up making $225. So you can still make some decent money. And the beauty about trading micros is you've got the nerve to hold on if you see a nice trade. So yeah, you know, sometimes we get a leg down and we make a triple test. More often than not, we get a second full leg down. And if you're reading it right, I've found trading 1 mini, as soon as I'm in a trade, I want to get out the damn thing. But if you're trading 3 micros, I've got no problem with holding on. And that's the possibility then of making a decent amount of money off kind of swinging it a little bit. Black Blaze bankrupt in TPT with his Al Brooks trading. Hey, you do some Al Brooks stuff, do you? I need to pay attention to Al Brooks. There is a strategy I've been looking at, a very simple strategy that apparently is a lot to do with Al Brooks, and that's it there. Whenever we get a channel down like that with between 3 and 8 bars away from the EMA, and you get a pullback that finishes close or on its high, if you sold at the close of that bar, 1-to-1, I would, with the ATR being 3 and just under 3.5, I would go for 3-point risk and 3-point profit. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. We pull back. If you entered a short there, 3-point risk, 3-point profit, you were out before that bar closed. And I've been watching them for quite a long time, and someone told me that's an Al Brooks strategy. Someone mentioned yesterday what it was called. I can't remember, but I'm seeing that a lot. Whether you consider this, it's a bit wide, but this kind of channel. Move from Pats, focus more on the context market cycle. Yeah, the trouble is with Pats, you've got no room for error. And how many times have we been stopped out by a tick or two and the damn thing goes where you think it's going to go anyway? Yeah. Yeah, I might pay for his course later in the year, I think. I'm going to have to go back to work part-time, I am. I had a reasonably good year. I think I ended up a little over $42,000 after expenses, which is a livable wage. So I was just, pleased I actually ended up profit for once. I think the year before I ended up about $2,000 up, I think. But since November, I'm struggling just to take setups. So I'm going back to work a few days a week, I think, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Because I don't want to let my savings dwindle until they get too low. Possible second entry long here, possible failure, short failure, 2 legs down. Trouble is, I do use Bookmap as well. So there's a second entry short there. Is there a failure? It's just not struggling to push up a bit, isn't it? $400, is it really? It's moved too quick. It's moved too quick. Second entry long failure. I don't know. I'd have got in there, unfortunately, which is a shame. I would probably be looking out to come out about here. Look at that lag shoot up. I would be looking at coming out about there. Look how quick that worked. I will say on this NQ, you can make some quick profits if you're quick enough. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. So 1 contract, I would probably get out there. So that's say $50, 2 contracts, that would have been a quick $100. The trouble is, when I was trading 1 mini, I was looking for 3 points, which was $150. Half the time, because of my nerves, I got out with $100 anyway. So I actually think with this, I quite likely end up making a little bit more money. A 5 minute. I haven't looked at the minute charts on and off, just out of curiosity. Now, is there a short there? 2 legs up. We got a channel with. Trouble is, I see Matt mark a lot of these types of trades. The trouble is, it's more important that it ticks above there and then reacts. 2 legs down. We got a leg up with a second entry long stroke failure and a second full leg up. It's a shame I wasn't quick enough there, but it took off that quick, didn't it? But really nice little setup there. Lovely failure. Second entry long. Sat right on that EMA. It's got a good setup written all over that. In fact, I was chatting with Marco a few weeks ago. I think he said he's moved to the 5 minutes. Let me have a look. I'm sure he said he was looking at the 5 minutes because I messaged him and said I was. Oh, Chuck Norris has died. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. How many is he? I think he was 88, wasn't he? Bruce Lee there. That's a shame. Oh, that's sad news. Let me have a look. Message with Marco. Yeah, I messaged Marco. That was in January. Have you found trading tough lately? I've taken 3 trades this month. Choppy as shit. Lance, yeah, very tough. Wiped 3 of his funded accounts. Building back up now. Paused on the others. This is the worst I've seen for 5 years. This is me. Let's hope it picks up soon. Yeah, lights are flashing here too. But also other guys I speak to, I guess we just need to get over it. So, you know, everyone's been, I think, noticing it's been getting difficult lately, but you can either panic and take stupid risks, exactly what I did, or you can sit on your accounts sensibly and protect them and do what you've got to do. If it means you've got to go back to work part-time, it's better to do that and come back when things pick up in a week or a month or a couple of weeks. At least I'd have had me 20 accounts there, but I knew better and made a stupid decision. But there you go. But yeah, Marco, I was just going to show you. Marco said he'd been looking at the 5 minute chart as well. I think, doesn't Nutty use that? Or does he use the 2 minute? I think he uses the 2 minute. He got battered today as well. I think he blew 20 of his PA accounts, his Apex ones. Trouble is, once you get into that spiral, it's kind of all or nothing, isn't it? You don't feel too bad about Hydra. It's not easy at the moment, mate, because it's so sideways. Looking at the daily, I mean, that is nice to trade, but as we know, the market's fractal. If it's doing that in the daily, it's doing that on all charts. Chop, 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 sideways, uncertainty. Now there's this kind of negative vibe at the moment with what's happening in the Middle East. Maybe we may get a few setups. Yesterday wasn't a bad day setup-wise. I think it started off really good. There was a great setup earlier on, I think. Was this yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday? I think so. I can't remember. Am I looking at? Yeah, I think there was. I mean, I'm looking at the 1200 tick chart, but 2 legs up there. That looked much bearish on the ES, but classic second entry short that. And then look at that, 2 legs down. Beautiful move. We've got a move up. Higher low there, but yeah, it's the 1200 tick chart has changed things a little bit, but things second entry long there, higher low, didn't take that, but you know, it clearly worked. So it's looking a little better. So fingers crossed. Let me just get rid of these, mate. And I use Bookmap as well, just to give me an idea where there are other traders in the market. There's 122 contracts for sale there. So with what's happening, my guess is we may push back up. We've got sellers at 75. That's quite a far away down there. That's quite a long way down. It's going to have less pull, that is, than this. That's unless the market is overall bearish, which it kind of is. So the good thing is, even though I'm trading micros, it's a much less aggressive day for me. I got a little bit carried away yesterday. And it's understandable swapping over a little bit. But having said that, there is 2 legs up and a lower high and a bull bar there. But we'd had this break and a push down. So I just kind of left it at the moment. But it did work. So let's have a look at that's working quite well. So we got a small breakout there, and maybe a matching one there. So we got a leg down with a break. Possibly, yeah, it's quite sideways at the moment. Trouble is, whenever we push down into a range, quite often it will go 1, 2, 3 and drop out the bottom. So although range rules applied, when we've dropped down into it, I much prefer shorting the top than buying the bottom. Because as we know, when we move down into it, a lot of the times then we'll push out the bottom. So I'm always nervous about trading longs at the bottom. I'd much prefer to trade shorts here. Now, there was 2 legs up here, but there was no real bear bar there. It was just a bit naff, but it did work. If we'd have triggered above there with a leg up, 2 legs back, another leg up, I'd have had a short there, but it wasn't to be. Got some runner too. Good on you, mate. Okay, so we have bounced off the bottom here. Trouble is, we bounced once already and we only got to the EMA. Now we're at the EMA a second time. We've struggled to get above that midline, so this may leg down to attempt to push high. It may come down. It's hard to say. Sometimes it'll rocket up, other times it won't, but there's nothing I could do here now anyway. A high or low off here would be better. As I say, when we push down into a channel, I much prefer to short the tops than to long the bottoms, because a lot of times we go down across and down. So on a bigger chart, that would be kind of a down, second entry short, and then down again type of a scenario. But so break out the top, and that's why we may have had a breakout there. Often we'll have one at one end and one at the other. Alpine's done it as well, has he? See, Alpine's good at making money. He seems to do really well on his open range breakout, but when he takes a loss, it seems to be devastating. So the trouble is, when he takes his trade and he either wins quickly or sometimes he kind of loses big. Trouble is, where do you, if he starts bringing his stop more into place, is his winners not going to take off? It's hard to say, really, isn't it? I have looked at that open range breakout. I kind of looked at it for a couple of days and it didn't really do anything. But one thing I have learned is these strategies are never quite as easy as they initially look. There's obviously a learning curve. House always wins. You know, I'll tell you what, I've got a new amount of respect for traders who can make money. I absolutely have, because I know how bloody hard it is. But I'm going to show you this again. Now, you may think I'm doing your head in by this, but I'm going to show you again because it's so good to listen to. So if anybody's missed this, this thing, if anybody's not watched this, I'm going to show you again because I think it's valuable. It's a free audio book on YouTube. Now it's an hour and it's just over an hour and a half. Trading mindset, no more luck, how to think like a pro. It's got some really good information in it, and it, you know, sometimes you all need to kick up the backside and a little bit of mental stimulation, and this does it for me. So have a look at this, have a listen to it, see what you think. But it goes through that initial thing. Are we actually gambling? Now, it does seem like most traders start off that way. And it's about recognizing the signs. Now, there are certain aspects that I might think, yeah, possibly I am gambling. The way I treat evaluations, I just trade stupid. But it does say gamblers don't start off with a plan. They just jump in random. They constantly want to be in the action. That's not me. I kind of hate being in a trade, and I can go 4 days without taking a trade. So I haven't got that typical gamble mentality. I've never been interested in gambling, but I do stupid things sometimes when I'm trying to pass evaluations, and that throws money away. So I suppose you could argue that I have got some gambling practices. So it's good, actually. It does teach you to look at yourself and ask a few questions, but it's not going to give you a right rollicking telling off type of a scenario. It helps you. It's designed to help you recognize the signs and reset things and hopefully move forward. So if you've not seen it, have a little look at it. over the weekend when you're bored, stick your earbuds in and have a listen, see what you think. Now, there is a lower high here. We've had a break out the bottom, so I'd expect one out the top. I'm just not sure about this at the moment. This isn't screaming jump in. It may come back to the EMA, but and not only that, is that leg up there. Now, sometimes you do nothing, the thing drops. Other times, if you get in there, it shafts you. So my slight concern there is we've had a breakout. Now, when you range in, usually if we get a breakout one end, we'll get one the other end. So that may be a mitigation for there. But we've got a leg there, and I would probably expect to go a little bit higher. But it's just ironic, isn't it? If you do nothing, the thing just drops. But it is a lower high, but we haven't exactly got a bear bar there, have we? And it's just not super clear and great. So, and not only that, is if there is a little bit of a channel there, we could trigger and pop back up out the top. So you got to run over here. So I'm just not. It's not an obvious trade to me. Yes, there's a kind of a lower high, but even that's slightly negative. So it's not amazing, really, and that might be why this thing's snapping back. I can smell a barbecue cooking somewhere outside. I can't. It's been lovely in the UK the last couple of days. Unless something's on fire. Bear with me a second. It's all right. I just thought I'd check my daughter's. There is a possible fire there. My daughter's downstairs. I thought she might have been burning something. I've got a vent beside of my house. I think it might be the next house that's. Yeah, someone's lighting a barbecue, I think. I want to set your house on fire. Yeah. I just thought I could smell burn. I noticed my 17-year-old teenage daughter was downstairs. Perhaps she's designed to cook something. So there is kind of a failure there, but I don't like this. We've pushed down to the bottom and snapped back a little bit. So this is a little bit weak to trade short for me. This was weak and it still came down quite considerably lower. But it's just one of those things. You do nothing, the thing drops. But this is not jumping. This is not telling me to jump in. I tend to use me kind of experience and what it feels like, and that really is just telling me to be a bit careful. The short there goes right into the midline as well, so yeah, so although Thomas Wade's chart he's trading the full ES, it's a little bit different than mine. He's kind of not looking at this getting in either, because it's a bit weak, isn't it? See, he hasn't got this as a breakout. I have, because I've just gone with the two previous, well, with that top and this one. But he's got the bottom as a breakout. So often we'll do this and we'll have one at the top. We didn't. So for me, there's the breakout, push down, attempts to go lower, and there's the one the opposite end. It almost always happens in a range. If you get a breakout one end, the next move down does the same. So I've got that. That actually looks a bit better. So we've got two touches there. We've got 1, 2, 3. It's about 3 there. So breakout there, breakout there. That kind of makes sense to me. It's not an easy day today, is it? I've been saying this thing for weeks. Set my accounts on fire. Profits must be making millions, yeah. I'll tell you what, though, it's like at every walk of life, even in the banking system, banks cost a fortune, billions in banking fraud. So there's always people trying to fiddle the system. And I understand Apex, people, multiple accounts, hundreds and hundreds, trying to go for big gambles and stuff like that. I understand why they do these things. And obviously we probably hear a fraction of it, but I know they don't do it anymore. They won't ask you for a video to show it's you. But I was speaking to a guy who worked for Apex, and he said there are lots of companies now that are advertising to trade your account for you. Now, unfortunately, as sad as it sounds, you need the inexperienced traders to bring your valuation money, and then experienced traders who've been doing it a while start to make money. They need paying. And then obviously the company. So you need that cycle. And if all of a sudden these beginners that don't lose money are getting companies to trade for them, you're missing that initial first part of the cycle, and the business doesn't work. So I understand why they were asking people to send videos in just to check it was you. I know they initially brought that Google authenticator in, so that helped mitigate a lot of that. But a lot of these new systems that Apex bring out actually help us. This rule about not losing 30%. If you're risking 30% of your account, you're a ticking time bomb anyway. So if you lose that, they kick you up the arse with an MEA rule. It's only going to force you to trade better. So although these rules kind of seem like punishment in a way, they may save Apex money, but they do help the trader. But they've got rid of the MEA rule now. If you risk, I think it's half your account. If half your account goes, it'll automatically, something's happened there. It'll automatically liquidate you. That must be news of some sort. So that is really strong positive news. 10, 15, 20, 25 points straight up. That's got to be some news. Something's happened. Someone will post it. I did look at that financial juice the other day. The trouble is, the first sign of any news, the market does this. And it kind of does not. It does it. We find out news the same time as institutions. They can operate a lot quicker than we can. So 2 legs up and then a strong pullback. If we can get a failure here. Someone took the lower high. I'm always, that for me, sometimes is a bit of FOMO. It could trigger you, bounce off here and take off. So whenever it does that, I used to sort of get all excited and try and get on the action. I kind of do the opposite now. That is some kind of news, that is. For sure. Okay, so what time is it? Oh, that's too late, that. Let's have a look. No, I can't see any news. Okay, maybe it isn't. It's unusual for it to move like that so quick. Now, as we've had a big strong breakout, is this thing going to plummet out the bottom? Yeah, I used to see this and get all excited and just jump in. I don't do anymore. Just does you no favours in the long run. You've still got to be calm and make a right decision. It's kind of like a roulette rule, isn't it? That starts to get close to your red and you start to get all excited. So generally, it's bearish at the moment, isn't it? I think we can all agree there. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be a second. Okay, there are buyers there, which is interesting. So looking on Bookmap, there's about 230 contracts to buy there. Trouble is, if this is a range, because we've had such a big break out the top, there's a good chance we get one out the bottom. It is whipping up and down, isn't it? Let me see if I can make this fit any better. That's not too bad. Same again, we've had quite a reasonable breakout there. So my guess is we'll get one out the bottom. So my guess is we'll break this area down here before this reverses. That's if it does, of course. With this big move down and a bunch of sideways and a push up and clear any liquidity. We had two legs up there, so there's bound to be liquidity in this area. We've broken that now and sharply reversed. So my guess is we may get profit taken down here, which gives us a small amount of sideways or pullback. But my guess is we'll break below this area, especially after this. See, looking on the daily, there's bound to be liquidity in these areas where maybe, long-term swing traders, investors have bought in there trying to run this thing up. So this thing could come down significantly more. So there's a possible 75 points to clear some of this. It's already cleared that one and that one there. So small break, new low, pullback, profit taking. I still think this will go down. These guys, Nutty and Alpine, have no idea what they're doing. Just trading influences. Yeah, it's frustrating. They make bloody money, though. I know, I got to say, in all honesty, I probably make about $800 a month in affiliates. And I don't turn my nose up because it helps me. So I appreciate whatever I get. But I know the likes of Nutty and Alpine have got to be making 10,000 plus per month on affiliates. So they've got a lot of money to kind of throw at it. And I know I saw Nutty he did 5, I I don't know, it was Tradeify accounts that must have cost him $120 each. So you're talking $600, and he traded on the news as a lucky. There's no way I could afford to risk $600 in a news trade to try and get lucky. So if you've got significant amounts of money coming in from affiliates, you can take risks like that. Not that I would want to, but yeah, Nutty seems to make money, but I suppose you don't know how much affiliates if he's mitigating with affiliates. What I will say is, if you've got a lot of affiliates and you don't need to earn money, it certainly takes a chunk of the stress out of trading. There is a second entry short here. My belief after this is going to push out the bottom, but do I want to stake me and take a short there?
Order
see how it
submitted.
finishes. Okay, so I'm going to leave this, and I'll tell you why. There are some sellers at 166 contracts for sale there. Why isn't that working? There are 166 contracts there, so I don't think the bar's going to finish anyway.
Order cancelled.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes higher before it pushes down, if it pushes down. Point of control. I don't use any of that. Isn't that okay? So those sellers got hit. That's 165 contract. Let's see if we get a reaction here. If we get a really strong reaction and that finishes super bearish, I may have a go at there. It doesn't look like it's going to. It's not good enough. For something like that, I'd like to see real rejection. It really wasn't rejection.
Order cancelled.
On this NQ. Yeah, so it pushed up. It didn't trigger, fortunately, but it was just weak. Strong rejection there would have pushed that down really strong. Then I may have had a go. Isn't point of control or what do you call it? Something profile, where you have the bars there showing you where the majority of the trading is. It's display prior days. Yeah, I have, I think. There's previous higher days there. I know we got close sitting down, and there's a lows there which we've already broken. So yeah, previous day high, previous day lows. I am aware of them. We broke the lows back here, to be honest with you. This thing just looks like it's shuffling more. So we did get relatively low there, but after this, usually we'll get a significant I can't say that word today, significant break at the bottom. We had one there, 2 legs down, the same there, but I just use price action, guys. No need to overcomplicate stuff. Yeah, price action's super accurate. The only other thing I use is Bookmap, just to see where other traders may be. But in all fairness, if I saw an absolute beauties trade, I wouldn't pay attention to Bookmap. If it was an obvious trade, I'd just jump straight in. I just like to see where price is likely going to be heading to, just to give me a little bit of an eye-opener. So at the moment, I can see sellers up here at 7.5. Hold on a minute. That's quite high, that is. So they start off at 65. So there are buyers up here. Sellers up there, and there are sellers just above 7.5 as well, which is there. So based on those there, my guess is it's more likely going to continue up. It does that. I mean, there are no guarantees. They're not huge trades, and as I say with this, but my guess is it may look like it's going to go down, but it'll soon turn. sometime. Well, there you go. So there is a failure there. Do I really want to risk 23 ticks to go along? My guess is it'll push up to here, but there's a bit of a stem on it and it's a bit big, and it's probably not the most sensible trade to do. And it is around this middle, which does make it a little bit more dangerous, doesn't it? Remember the motto, not diddle in the middle. You can see how well that middle line is playing a part there. That helps with positioning your tops and bottoms of these ranges, and that looks quite accurate there. Market, it must have done. Isn't it weird though? The market's got a way of going, follow me, and down it drops. And what happens? We all jump in and it turns. It's very cunning how the market works, isn't it? Now, how much of that is there to, I don't know, sometimes, you know, they say the market's not after you. It doesn't know nothing about you. It's not personal. It's pretty hard to take it not personally when the market drops and you jump in and it immediately reverses. So I don't know how much this stuff's designed or how it's worked to trick traders, or my guess is it picks off easy liquidity, which unfortunately in a lot of cases is inexperienced traders. So second entry short, possible lower high. Would I want to go short? I still think with such a big break here, we've got more chance of having a break at the bottom there. But by my own admissions, trading in the middle is more dangerous. And every time we get in the middle, it tends to do a lot more of this. So I know there are sellers up here, and a lot of the time that will pull price towards it. So, yeah. Wilson, shush. Shh. Oi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Shut up, you. Shut up, you. Stop it. Stop it. Go on down then if Molly's going to bark. Go on. Excuse me, just a second. That's just a parcel, sorry. Okay, so a couple of pushes up. It is struggling to get up, but that's not a reason to jump in short all of a sudden. Wilson, shush. Shush. Shut up, you. Shut up, you noisy. Come on. Maybe the dog is... You never know. I hate that when they bark and you're not expecting it. You feel your heart at the back of your mouth. Come here, you. Come here, puppy. So, is this going to come down for this breakout at the end? Or is this kind of a failure trapping shorts and up we go? See, we came down from the top, tried to push higher and then dropped. So we came down from the top, tried to push higher and then dropped. Trouble is we didn't get to the lows here. We've already been at the lows. So although I'd like to say because of the breakout here, I'd like to see one this side. So it is looking like it's going down, but the market's got a habit of making it look like it's doing something and then doing the complete opposite. So You've got to be super careful. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break just to go and make a cup of tea. Okay, let me just pop that on. So I'll be about 3 to 5 minutes and I'll be back. Okay. It is looking like we're struggling to get up, doesn't it? But trouble is, it's still around that middle, and that can get a bit dangerous. Okay, so I've got sellers there. So my guess is that's more likely going to push up and tap that top. So we move up, we make 2 attempts to go lower, possibly a third. And up we go. test the 609 fair value gap. What's the fair value gap on? And about here or somewhere, are you? Isn't there one there? Is that the one you're on about, is it? Could do. Trouble is, because we had that breakout there, almost always we'll get one the opposite side. We kind of did there and there, so it's hard to say at the moment. Trouble is, it's just ranging at the moment. $6.11 to $6.07. And there are buyers up here, which is kind of right in the middle of your zone, isn't it? So it may shoot up in it. Sorry, buyers, sellers, my mistake. Right there, just a fraction, well, right at the top, really. So is this off the bottom, 3 attempts to go lower and up we go, or is it 3 attempts to go higher and down we go? Who knows? Yeah, it has a bit, isn't it? Possible triple test. It's just too dangerous to trade this stuff. See, if you're scalping a point, you may get away with this sort of thing, but Thomas Wade, no trade zone. That's right, isn't it? It's just chop, chop, chop. I used to get crucified in this stuff going back a year or two. So there are a chunk of buyers here at 95. So if this drops out, there are buyers willing to buy there. There are some down there as well. But as we're ranging, most breakouts of a range fail. So there are 160 contracts up there. Nice mukbang ASMR by Trader Lance. Is that the crisp eating, is it? Or chips, as you guys call it. Don't forget, we're English. We invented the name, so we're right. Chips are something you deep fry and have fish with. Nothing you can really do at the moment. This is just choppy as shit, isn't it? Up, down, up, down, up, down. How long are we going for? 2 hours and 25 minutes. I'm going to knock up the end of the minute, I think. Might go and do some digging in the garden. Well, I went from one extreme to the other. Since I went on to micros, I took about 5 trades yesterday within the space of about an hour. I'll take nothing today. Well, to be fair, there's nothing really. There was a possibility of a lower high there, which did work, which I ummed and ahed with. It was a lot lower high there, but it was a bit choppy. I wasn't sure about that one. I think that looked a bit better on a different chart, didn't it? It was only really a first entry. It's hard to say there, so I left that anyway. Nothing there, nothing really there. Chop, 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 nothing there. Obviously, that was pre-market. So there's not really a lot I can say I've seen that gets me excited today. You may argue there's a fell breakout there. EMA's facing up a bit. My guess is that may trigger and push up. You could have 2 legs up and it may come down, but to be fair, you'd be entering a trade right in the middle of all this. Now, sometimes things just work, but it's not sensible, I don't think, certainly from my point of view, to jump into a trade there. because often that'll happen. This thing will drop bearish and every man and his dog will jump in and the thing will just turn and up it'll go. Can you really hear it? Can you? I thought I was trying to crunch quietly. Put a bit of weight on lately over Christmas and that, so I'm trying to be a bit more sensible, which is why you might wonder why he's eating crisps. But I just had some eggs, scrambled eggs this morning, just by themselves. That's all I've eaten all day. I'm trying to low carb it a touch, although you might say, why is he eating crisps? But I'm trying to reduce my carbs, bread, pastas, stuff like that. This is boring, isn't it? I might knock it on the other thing. I'm going to leave you chaps to it. So, best of luck if you keep trading. I'll be back on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. In fact, I believe in the US, you got some warm weather as well, haven't you? I caught something on NBC, I think, this morning. It showed 75, 85, 95 degrees over the US and lots of warm weather. So it's nice here as well at the moment. So at least we're heading into the warmer weather anyway. So enjoy your weekends. Best of luck if you're carrying on trading. Stay safe and we'll catch up on Monday. Bye for now.